Greetings my beautiful lovelies, hi, it's Emmy. Welcome back to another You Made What. Today I'll be making a jelly unicorn cake. I found this mold and I knew I had to figure out what this mold was for. I discovered it was for a Vietnamese dessert called Rau Câu, which uses coconut and agar, which is a vegetarian gelatin, to make a beautiful cake. If you like these kinds of fun recipe tests, be sure to subscribe. Alright, let's go in the kitchen and I'll show you how to make it. In a small bowl, add 3 tablespoons of room temperature water. Then add 1 tablespoon of agar and let this mixture sit for about 10 to 15 minutes to allow the agar to bloom. In a medium saucepan, add your bloomed agar and add 1 cup of coconut milk and 1 cup of water and 1/4 cup of sugar. Place on a stovetop and heat on medium until it comes just to a simmer or until the agar is completely dissolved. Use a spoon to skim off any foam or bubbles. Next, we're going to carefully fill the mold, and in this case I used a disposable plastic container, which I folded to create a spout, and you want to do this while the mixture is still warm. If you want to brighten things up, you can just add a few drops of food coloring, and then fill all the gaps with whatever color you desire. At this point, you want the jelly to set up a little bit before you put your final layer, so place it in the refrigerator for 5 or 10 minutes until you can touch it and it's firm to the touch. Then pour in the last layer. I used a spoon to help keep from disturbing the layer beneath it. Then place the whole thing in the fridge and let it set for at least a few hours to ensure that it's completely set. So I'm with my coconut cake, and here it is. Isn't it amazing? I'm so excited about this. Let's try to unmold this. I'm going to try to release the vacuum by pressing my fingers around the perimeter and trying to get air in here. So this mold is clear, and that's nice in the sense that we can see where the air pockets are and see how much this is released. Okay. Oh, it came undone. That's it. Ta-da! Oh, it turned out so great. Look at that. That is the most epic gelatin cake I've ever seen. So this mold is specifically made for Jellos. They're nice little retaining walls that separate the colors. So we have these nice distinctive bits. I love it. To make the horn, I just made some simple candy by dumping in some powdered sugar and giving a little squirt of corn syrup and mixing this into a dough, of course, with some food coloring. You can easily substitute a starburst, which I'd highly recommend. To form the horn, just take a toothpick and break it in half and wrap a little strip of the dough or starburst around it until you have a nice point. There you go, little horn. And then take my horn and gently plunge it in there. And that, my friends, is a unicorn cake. All right, so let's take a slice of this and see how this tastes. I'm not going to cut the unicorn, not yet. Oh wow, it slices beautifully. It has a very firm texture to it. Not kind of rubbery like a typical Jello. Oh my gosh, look how cleanly that cuts. Beautiful. Love that. Really sharp edges. The use of coconut is really nice in this recipe because it gives the jelly some opacity, so it makes your colors really, really vibrant. So let's give this a taste. Oh gosh, I could cut this Jello forever. It cuts beautifully. I forgot to look up bon appetit in Vietnamese, so Vietnamese friends, do chime in the comments below and let me know. But until then, itadakimasu. That's fun. It almost has a crunchy quality to it. It's jelly, but it's much firmer than a typical kind of gelatin-based Jello. Crunchier and soft, but not at all rubbery. And in terms of flavor, it's very, very simple. It's coconut with a little bit of sweetness. The coconut is nice and rich and creamy, but it doesn't feel overly indulgent. And because it's Jello and gelled and cool, it feels kind of refreshing as well. A nice kind of summery dessert. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the unicorn jelly cake. Let me know in the comments below if there are any other recipes you'd like to see me make. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to share this video so others can see it as well. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subbed already, and I shall see you in my next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Excuse me while I cry. Ooh, see, this is real chicken. See, there's a piece of chicken skin in there.